Hello and welcome, this is Autumn here, and I'm going to play Deus Ex. A lot of you might know this from the Human Revolution game, but this is actually the first one that came out, probably around 2000. It's actually, in my opinion, the better game for it, but you'll see for yourself. A lot of times you don't want to go into the weapons because you don't want to actually go into combat too much into this game. It's actually more of a stealth kind of game. Swimming is always a good one to have, as well as medicine. Swimming will actually help you with one of the secret parts early on, so lockpicking again will help you with one of the other parts, and computer is always nice to have. That's how I usually start out with. Get skill points by completing missions, I believe. So yeah, this was the original...
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the Senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting, is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over to the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. The world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will crown its kings. Not better than kings. Gods.
And there you have it, in case you didn't catch it. The general story is basically, there's a plague going around the world, and
Heads up, JC. Your brother
the government's
Paul is on his way
basically
to meet you at the
controlling
dock.
how
The NSF is raiding the island and
cures
shots have been fired. I repeat,
come out.
find Paul. I will monitor your
Since the
situation
cures are so
from
rare and
HQ.
expensive to make, a lot of times only the people and political people, and as well as basically rich people are...
Paul, I thought you were in Hong Kong. Welcome to the Coalition, JC. I might as well start using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation. All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware. Remember that we're police. Stick with the prod. It'll stun your opponents or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate resistance. Just in case, though, Manderley wants you to pick an additional weapon. A sniper rifle, a GEP gun, or a mini crossbow.
Now, this is your first choice, obviously. The GEP gun honestly does not have many uses, as well as it takes up a lot of your inventory slots. The rifle is good if you're willing to go for like, if you're willing to spend a lot of points into your rifle ability, because otherwise you sway quite a bit. I like going with the crossbow, even though if you really want to, you could go for the rifle or the GEP gun, preferably the rifle. While it does take a lot of inventory slots, you also get a crossbow from people later on, so while it's kind of a waste to get a crossbow, you get more ammo for it, as well as the fact that you just save more inventory slots that way, and that's what I like doing.
The crossbow. Sometimes you've got good thinking. With these tranquilizer darts, you'll have another non-lethal way to take down an enemy in addition to the prod. I get the idea. What's the first move? I'm going to give you a map of the island. If you can get to the north dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue. I'll see how it looks on shore. Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue, but don't forget about Agent Herman. We think he's being held on the ground floor. What are my orders when I reach the command center? Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault.
Let's go down here and start with the images. A lot of these things, like the 40 and the soda, just give you small amounts of health boosts. Multi-tools let you hack into things by electrical cells. Increase your energy, as you can see in the top left, as well as your health. Binoculars, if you have the sniper rifle, you guy went down pretty quickly.
NSF everywhere, JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. The UNATCO informant at the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bum. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper.
Iron and copper, got it. I'm going to try to see if I can't go for a...
if you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy's stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
So you get some gas grenades from here. If I remember correctly, this is a... yes, a medical block. Let's see if I can actually just get some of these guys to follow me.
Who's there?
Right guy. Whoop. And look at me. Ow. Come on, over here. You can do it. There you go. Hey, yeah, it's homeless. Terrorists. That seemed to be very interesting. Well, he didn't last long. So as I was saying before the cut to that, basically, while the government is directly controlling the supply of the cure, otherwise known as ambrosia, these terrorist groups, otherwise known as forgot it at this point, but they are basically trying to fight to kind of make it supply for everyone. The NSF, that's it. Let's see. Fuck, he needs sneak around this guy.
Nothing. I guess we're safe. Who was the fascist?
There we go. So look close there. This is actually one of the spots where a sniper rifle will come in handy. 3 guys over there. A few right here. Let's see if I can't just sneak around that road. You guys see nothing. Alright. Tranquilizer gun. If I really wanted to, would be pretty good here too, but they don't seem to be interested in me, so I should be good for that. Right, let's try to stay out of their line of sight. Let's see if I can pick this guy off real quick before going in there. how do you notice me? Oh. Trickle there. And he's down. Alright. There's another one there. Gonna have to try to play this safely.
They found us.
This power box must have been damaged in the raid. Don't cross through the arcs. I'm also picking up an EMP field here. If you're not careful, it'll suck away your bioelectrical energy.
Brother, I've set up the turrets and cameras in the statue room. It's a hasty defense, but since we won't be here long, it should work. The security computer login is NSF001. The password is smash the state. Alright, let's see if I can do this on the first try. Could just hack it as well, but wait for this thing to go down there. What's inside of this thing? Exploration maps there. More bioelectric cell. Ooh, an upgrade. Fire extinguisher, that's not incredibly useful. There are actually not very many times where you do get set on fire. Let's see if I can't find a way around this. There we go. So low inventory management before I leave. Get rid of those, they lower your health, I think, is they actually do anything from it. Drop this. It's best to actually get to the baton, since it only has one slot. Does non-lethal damage, I believe, in comparison to the crowbar, where it also does actually one more damage. And weighs less. Again, the fire extinguisher, not very useful, and you actually do find quite a bit of them, so... Let's see, before I go out, I'm actually out of time, so, this has been the first part of Deus Ex. More will come for probably the first and second part. More will come soon. And, I'll see you next time.